This is the 1966 painting October Window by Mary Pratt. She took everyday objects and turned them into art, most times with a deeper meaning. They may look warm and cozy, but she said there's always something unsettling just beneath the surface. We'll get into all that today. Mary Pratt was born March 15th, 1935 in Fredericton, New Brunswick. She said that ever since she was 2 years old, she was obsessed with how light touched objects. And by 10 years old, she was taking painting lessons, trying to capture this on canvas. She studied fine arts at Mount Allison University under big names like Alex Colville and Lauren Harris. That's where she met another painter who I'll make a video about soon named Christopher Pratt. And they got married in 1957. Immediately after, they moved to Scotland for a few years before moving back to Canada to Salmonier at the head of St. Mary's Bay in Newfoundland. Her first solo show was in 1967 at Memorial University Art Gallery in St. John's, and her career exploded from there. In the 80s, she did a series on weddings, including a portrait of her daughter Barbara that she titled Barbie in the Dress She Made Herself. I love the title of this painting, and not just because I love simple titles, but because it sounds like something that your nan would write as a note in a photo album. And it's just so wholesome. But it's not as wholesome as it seems. Her art was not just cozy domestic scenes. In the 90s, after separating from Christopher, her paintings grew darker. Like in her 1993 painting Threads of Scarlet, Pieces of Pomegranate, we see fruit torn apart, seeds spilling out like blood, beauty and violence in one image. But outside of the studio, she gave back to the community, sitting on education task forces, fishery advising boards, even helping to set up the School of Fine Arts in Corner Brook. All of this while her work reached the biggest stages, like the National Gallery of Canada, the Rooms, the AGO, and more. In 1996, she was named a Companion of the Order of Canada, and throughout her lifetime, she received 9 honorary degrees. Critics sometimes called her work too commercial, but Pratt said, "In each painting, there's something that ought to disturb you. That's why I painted them." In 2018, she passed away in St. John's, Newfoundland. Her friend and former Governor General of Canada, Adrienne Clarkson, called her our greatest female painter since Emily Carr. And honestly, I get it. When everybody else was trying to make domestic life this wholesome thing, she was trying to paint a side of it that was raw and unsettling.